Hey, Jeff, thank you so much for inviting us over to your home, you and Cathy's home here in Maytown. Such a beautiful home. It has a lot of history. You have a God story to share just about kind of some supernatural things that happened here in the home and how God's power overcame those things.
One Sunday while we were in church, we came home and found a couple things different in our home than were before we left. The first thing was there was one of my deer mounts was taken off the wall and placed underneath my desk.
Wow.
And it could not have fallen there. It was pushed by what we thought was somebody in our home.
Wow.
But we couldn't find anything else that was out of place. So later that day, while Cathy and I were in the house, and I went out the back door to clean some things up before we went to bed, wanted to come in the house through the front storm door, and it was locked. And we don't even have a key for it. I went around the back and came in and asked Cathy, "Did you lock that door?" And she goes, "No." And we realized that this was not human hands messing in our home.
Yeah.
So we just looked at each other and said, well, all we can do is pray about what might come about. Then the next day, Cathy went to work in the evening. I went to bed and got awake to the basement doors slamming shut.
Wow.
Startled me to no end.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And that was, I knew nobody else is in our home at 11:30 at night. And then there was several more things took place over time. We had a door upstairs that would, when you closed it, it would swing in towards the room.
Interesting.
And it just still stay in the latch, but several times over the next several weeks, that door would just give a bump towards the hallway and it would go back to its latch. We'd often even hear it at night as we slept.
And lights flickering?
Yeah,
I
we
had
also had the fountain outside. That was the first day that was turned on, which I had turned it off the day before. So, I mean, these things were unexplainable. We were starting to just wonder why is this happening.
It sounds like in the midst of this, obviously there were some moments where I wouldn't say there was fear, but you were definitely a little freaked out. But God was giving you this sense of peace, and if I remember right, you were praying, just asking for a sign.
We were, since I never knew of anybody that experienced this, I didn't know who I could talk to. Started to just ask God for guidance.
Yeah.
3 weeks into all of this, Sunday morning during the worship service, I am very specifically praying for a sign that we would be led to somebody that has had this experience and a believer and would know what to do with it.
Yeah.
The name of the message was The Haunted House. And that was, when that came on the screen, that just overwhelmed me.
Wow.
Joel Smith was our pastor. He went on to say that he lived in a haunted house. He was able to overcome the spirits by the power of God.
Yeah.
And so I knew immediately that's who God was leading us to talk to.
Obviously, the enemy was trying to cause fear and harm, but I love this, but God. Even in the midst of it, there you are in that worship service, and I don't think you had any idea Pastor Joel was going to preach on that.
No, I had no idea, and it was just an amazing answer to prayer.
So tell us what happened after this message.
He said, sure, we'll set up a time, pray over our home, and we have not had any issues since then. that.
It's like almost like God was just slowly pulling you into His presence and giving you strength to to overcome this, and let you know too, like He's with you. And I think for someone that is going through something like this, I think the enemy wants to convince you and lie to you that you're the only one going through this, and if you share it, people would think you're crazy. And a lot of times people do believe that, and so they never share it, and they go through this like just fear. But God kept revealing Himself to you. Tell us about, I remember you sharing, there was a hymn, "'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus."
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, Joel had asked both Cathy and me to have something to share as to what we were going to claim. This was the Sunday morning before, and immediately the song, "'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus," played during the worship service, and immediately I thought, okay, and just that simple. When you guys came out, I shared that with Joel, and Joel said, well, he said, I brought the hymnal along.
God again showing Himself.
He said, that hymn struck me the same way that it did you.
Truly, in the spirit realm, like, Jesus has authority over these things. And when we claim His name, like when we prayed here in your home, I specifically remember that day just feeling the peace of God come into your home and His presence here. And just like you just shared a few minutes ago, there's no activity now. Like Jesus dwells here. And my prayer is that this story would go on to impact many people. Thank you.